What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another video. Pre-game live stream and Lakers Flippers 5:30 Pacific time coming up. Just wanted to break things down. We got a couple of quick updates. No AD, no LeBron again, but that's good news for Laker fans. We want them to stay healthy, and we definitely don't want them expending any sort of energy on these type of bums. But yes, no Schroeder as well tonight. So unless necessary, I don't expect to see him based on the reports. We do have KCP coming back, and Marcus Gasol about to make his debut. So shout out to that. I can't wait to see what Mark looks like at his age. I want to see how much fire he has, how much juice he has left in his tank. Super stoked for today. And can we please get a repeat of THT? Because that would be fire. If we can get that repeat, man, I'm gonna be all but hyped. You know me, I'm all about consistency. So young Buck, you showed it to me once. Please show it to me again. That way I can wow out in the post game recap. But I'm feeling good. What's up, Johnny? What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling today? Lakers Flippers once again, for old time's sake. Again, no AD, no LeBron for those of you just tuning in, but we do get KCP and the debut of Marc Gasol. So, what are you guys looking forward to the most? I'll head over to the comments section. He said THT is our new TNT. I like that. He's explosive for sure. He said Nets look scary, Dan. Still Lakers in 7. The Nets look good, but it's only one game. Hopefully, they stay healthy throughout the course of the season. That's like the main thing. They got to stay healthy. But yeah, of course, KD's still an elite scorer. Kyrie's still one of my favorite on the court players because off the court he's a little different, but on the court, he's really nice. So we'll see what happens there. But long season, any other team could emerge. We don't know how the East is going to look at the end of the day. Trades could still be made. We'll see. He said, "I have my Cuban cigar and whiskey ready." That's what I like to hear, bro. That's what I like to hear. He said, "I want to see THC go off again." And that's the key. See, because I want the young buck to start getting some confidence going into the regular season. So I want him to go off as much as he possibly can. If he can go off 2 out of these 4 games, it's a huge win because that's 50%. I would love to see him go off as much as possible. Now, it is the NBA. Defenses do make adjustments, and even though it's preseason, you better bet your ass that the Clippers didn't like getting their ass handed to them by our second unit. So they will be making adjustments. He's on a scouting report now. You guys, after the last game, Kawhi was investigating about the young guy. So I don't expect him to have the same type of performance. However, just keep showing me glimpses. That's all I want to see. If he exceeds my expectations and drops something similar to what he did last game, then, I'm going to be super hyped in post game. But we'll see what happens there. He said, "Hey, Dan, sick Mamba and Gigi shirt. Where can I get one?" This was a gift to me by my brother, but I do believe he got it from a street vendor in downtown Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken. But shout out to my brother Eddie for that, man. Always one of the best family members anybody could ask for. Both of my brothers are amazing, by the way. He said THC is a Hall of Famer. It's a little too soon, buddy. Now, what we don't want to do is put too much expectations on these young bucks because what happens is, you set them up for failure. You have to take it with a grain of salt. Okay, it was great. What he did was great. Yes, we see the potential in the playoffs, but remember, this was just in the preseason. So we have to continue to, be patient with these young bucks because look, everybody was in the same honeymoon period with Kuz when he first started balling out, and now they're hating on him. They're throwing stones at him. So it's better just to, never too high, never too low, but still be happy for the kid, of course. Not trying to bring down his success. Just saying, we don't want to start calling him superstar, Hall of Famer, and all this because then there's some ignorant fans out there that believe all that, and then when he has off games, they start trashing him and calling him trash. So never too high, never too low. Hey, appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Thank you. He said, "My favorite YouTuber." Thank you. 730 Radio, man. Shout out to them. Check them out on YouTube as well. Thank you, bro. I appreciate all the love you showing me, posting me on your Instagram. That's what's up. That's love right there. He said, "Ready for the Caruso?" Actually, Caruso's out today with I'm not sure if it was a rotator cuff injury or something like that. Hopefully it's something minor. So thanks for reminding me. But yes, no Alex Caruso tonight, no Schroeder, no LeBron, no AD for what I know. I think we're getting Markieff back tonight, so we'll get to see him play tonight. He said, "Dan, who's your projected starting 5?" Projected starting 5 should be, obviously Dennis the Menace. You got Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Put some respect on that man's name. I won't start calling him by his full name. And then you got LeBron at the 3, AD at the 4, and at center, I expect it to be Marc Gasol. As you see, Marcus O comes back, and here he is. Hey, 730, appreciate you, bro. He said love, bro. Man, that's mad love right there. Thank you so much for the donation, bro. Game 2, here we go. And you know what? Let me tell you something, man. It's a great sign that THT is playing heavy minutes early in preseason. Yes, it's just preseason, but this means that coaching staff is probably gonna, favor him heavily in the rotation, which is, we could be looking at the future starting two guard for the Lakers right there. Seriously, they could just be grooming him for that way. Once KCP's contract is over, if he doesn't take a pay cut or he leaves elsewhere, then we can have THT ready to go and fully developed by then. He's still, I'm not sure if he's 19 or 20. I'm a little confused on that, but he's either or. Either way, he's young. And for him to be showing this type of game with his elite ball handling skills, his ability to get to any spot he wants to on the floor, and the confidence, which is the most important thing, that swagger he plays with is going to take him a long way. So even LeBron, after last game, said the kid is going to be very special moving forward. And, superstars don't like to throw that type of praise around unless they see something special in them. So that's huge praise. Huge, huge praise. I love you too much. I love you too. By the way, that's my mom's name. That is my mom's name. So shout out to Maria Aguilar. She got my exact mom's name, the first and last. Watch it be my mom on here. He said, update your poster, Dan. Got to put that 2021 crayon over there. Go, buddy. You mean this one right here? Man, I got plenty of posters, bro. There's one over here you can't even see. My living room's filled with all sorts of paintings and Laker memorabilia and stuff like that. So I will have to update that one eventually. He said Dan Caruso with the hip injury. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but hopefully, he's healthy, come the start of the season on December 22nd, 2 days after my birthday. So I really hope that the Lakers get me that dub opening night versus these stinking Flippers, man. Thought on the Nets? They look great. Kevin Durant looks great, which is always good news for the NBA when one of your superstars goes down with an injury and then he comes back looking healthy. As an overall basketball fan, that's what I want to see. And same thing for Kyrie, and their chemistry looks awesome as well. But it's only one game in the preseason. I'm not gonna, sell too high on their stock just yet. I'm not gonna buy their stock too high. So let's just wait and see. I'm gonna take the wait and see approach. And maybe, like I said, 10 games into the season, I will give you a better assessment on Brooklyn. But I'm not gonna lie, they look great. You know who else looks great? The Houston Rockets. Shout out to Boogie and John Wall. They look great. He said, even Dudley said he'll be playing probably 20 minutes per game, and we'll have a couple of starts this year. You can't help but to be super stoked for my man THT. This kid, okay, again, remember, we bought this pick. Who did we buy it off of? I think it was the Orlando Magic, if I'm not mistaken, last year. It was a second-round pick. We snatched him up. A lot of his colleagues were saying that he was going to be the steal of the draft. Now, he didn't get a lot of PT last year, but he was killing in the G League. For those of you diehards that have been following me, I've been telling you guys he was impressing me last year in the G League, and I expected good things from him. Now, I've been right about a lot of these prospects. Remember I told you guys about Thomas Bryant a couple years ago? Me and my brother were having a conversation, and unfortunately, we had to let him go to make a roster spot for LeBron. But, Thomas Bryant panned out in Washington. He's a dog. And, he plays similar to Clint Capella, except he can stretch the floor. So he's a hustle rebound guy who blocks shots. So, my IQ for scouting young talent hasn't failed me yet. And I always had a keen eye on this kid, THC. Since we drafted him, I was like, okay, I didn't really watch him much in college or anything like that. But he, you look at his wingspan, he has a 7'1" wingspan. He's 6'4" or 6'5", I'm not sure. But, great ball handle, great body size. He's built like a fridge. He's like square on the shoulders, He could definitely body some people up. And the most impressive thing to me is his handle, because most of the time, people of that type of bulky frame don't have that type of handle. I can name very few. Meta was one of them. I can name very few that had a good handle that could get anywhere, to the spots they wanted. He said, El Cubano said, Dan, how can I donate to your channel? You hit the little money symbol down here, bro, and you drop a comment. That's the way to do it. I appreciate you, though. Even if you can't donate, it's a thought that counts. So thank you so much, brother. He said, Dan, is we getting Powell or Ariza? I don't know yet. Sometimes it's the player you never see coming that we end up grabbing. Like, I didn't think we were going to bring back Quinn Cook, but we did. And so, again, shout out to Rob. He keeps everything close to the vest. I can't really make a prediction this year. Hey, what up, Shine? How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Dan, who's your favorite player in the NBA outside of the Lakers? Favorite player in the NBA outside of the Lakers? Ooh, that's tough. I like a lot of players. But I got to tell you, man, I love shifty, quick, speedy guards that are athletic and fun to watch. Guys like John Morant, Donovan Mitchell. I also like Trey Young. Trey Young is one of my favorite, even though he's not, as athletic. But man, he's basically a sniper. His handles are elite. People that can handle like that, I'm a big fan of. Also like bigs like Zion Williams, Brandon Ingram, the Pelicans. Lonzo Ball, the ex Lakers, love them. I love young talent mostly. But I do like if you want me to name a superstar. Oh, how could I forget Luca? Of course, Luca Doncic, man. He made a fan out of me last year. Like I wasn't completely sold on him when he got drafted. I knew he was talented, but again, I didn't watch him play overseas. It took me a couple of games to watch him in the league when I said, "Whoa, that kid is legit and he's fearless." That's the key, man. A lot of people don't have that clutch factor that Luca has because they're afraid to take the big shots. They second guess themselves. Not Luca, man. He came in here built like a machine. He's fearless, and you saw how he took it to the Clippers. They were sweating blood and tears to try to get that victory, even without Kristaps Porzingis. So he's definitely one of my favorite. I'm sure I'm leaving out a bunch, man, but really, I love the NBA. There's very few players I dislike. James Harden being one of the main culprits. Russell Westbrook being another one. Even though I do respect his motor and he plays with a lot of heart, he's not very smart. He takes dumb shots, and I feel like he has a bad attitude. He's always like getting upset with the crowd and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not gonna knock him for that because the crowd are knuckleheads and sometimes they say stupid things, but you have to focus on the game, And there's very few players I dislike. I don't like Curry because even though he's the best shooter we've seen all time, hands down probably. I like players that have more heart than that, man. And I saw the way he choked versus Kyrie Irving in that finals. I was like, ugh, I'm off that bandwagon for sure. You know, too many good players I can mention and probably didn't mention. But overall, there's very few teams I hate or despise. The Clippers being the main one. I don't like the Celtic fan base. I do respect their players. Their players are good. Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker. I mean, they got some players I've been a fan of for a while, but I don't like their fan base. So for that reason, the Celtics. So again, I just love basketball, man. But my squad forever, man. Purple and gold, baby. Purple and gold. Rams looking good. Bro, Freddie, we ready for this postseason, man. I'm excited for the Rams. Guys, horns up, baby. Look, it's time. We paid what's this? And again, I forgot his name. But our quarterback, we paid him the big bucks. He got to perform like a big bucks type quarterback come playoffs time this time, man. Because last time he was, and I get it, he was young. But last time we were in the Super Bowl, he choked. And so, we had a chance to win that Super Bowl, but my man was choking left and right. So if he could just, hopefully make those big throws and stay in the pocket and take the hits and do the right things, I think they have a chance. And our defense is the main reason why, man. Our defense, our secondary with Jalen Ramsey and them boys, I love it, man. I love it. So we ready, man. We ready for whatever, and we'll see what happened. We'll see what happened. Yeah, it's cool. You can give me your opinion, but once you start insulting, bro, I'm just gonna block you. I'm not even gonna waste my energy on negativity. I know you're a big fan of Curry. I mean, you all up in his lap. Hey, thank you, Roland. I appreciate you, bro. 49 Lakers said, Dan, there's no reason for hating the Slippers. They've never done a thing to anyone. There is one reason. They disrespected our legacy when we were down. They was hanging banners over, selfies over our banners. Why would I say banners? They were hanging selfies over our banners. And on top of that, their fan base is just so arrogant. I've had, I've heard stories where young Clipper fans, wet between the ears, have disrespected some of our OGs, and I'm just not with it, man. No matter what, you don't never disrespect an OG, but especially a Laker OG, man. So, he said, tell him to kick rocks. I'm not mad about, what's his name? Nazir Paris. I'm not mad about his insults, man. I mean, he's feeling some type of way. He's probably mad Lakers are on top again. It's all good. You want to take it out on me? That's all good. He said, but our stars are equal. Clippers fans can eat a D. Let's keep it rated G, brother. Let's keep it rated G. But yeah, I agree with you, though. He said, shall we cut Costas? He's not showing me much. You know what, Jackie? He's just a two-way player. He's too clumsy to be like an NBA rotation player as of right now. But I see no reason for us to cut him unless we have another better prospect in the wings, waiting for us to sign to a two-way contract. You never know. I'd say keep him. He's athletic. He has that. That's about all he has. But I don't see any reason to cut him. I mean, the Lakers are already stacked. We're not, desperate for any positions, and why not keep the young fella, man? He seems like a good kid. He said, "Hey Dan, in what order would you put LeBron, KD, and Kobe?" If we're talking about my personal favorites, not as far as who I think are the goats, then I'm putting Kobe first, LeBron second, KD third. But if we're talking about where I think they'll rank when it's all said and done, I'm putting LeBron first, I'm putting Kobe second, and I'm putting KD third. Dan, AD for regular season MVP? I think so. I think he's really gonna play extremely hard. I mean, he got paid, so he feels safe. He's not gonna worry about risking injury since he's not on the final year of his contract. I think he's gonna ball out. And LeBron James, I think this is a year where he hands him the keys and says, "This is your team now, man. We're co-captains, but this is your squad." She said, "Luca is playing professionally since 16 years old." I know. I just never seen him play, and I'm the type that I can hear the hype, but I got to see it to believe it. I'm like a scout myself. I got to see it, and he definitely passes the eye test from his rookie season to now. Like, he's been just nothing short. He's the true definition of a superstar when healthy. He's a special talent. We haven't seen a player like him in a while come in here, and I think he's going to be one of them transcendent types that got you got to pick your poison. You leave him open from beyond the arc, he's splashing that, or if off of pick and rolls, you definitely got to worry about it because he can hit the roll man or the pop man, or he can take you to the rack. So, Rody, appreciate you, bro. You said amazing shirt, Dan. Always when I see Kobe, it breaks my heart. I feel you, man, but I'm proud of this man and his accomplishments. So I'm gonna, it breaks my heart too, but I'm happy and sad at the same time when I see Kobe. It was a blessing, and he'll forever be the king of LA. He said he plays with an edge too. Gangster. Yeah, yo, Luca, man, he got a dog in him. Like, I love that. How much regular season game do you think the Lakers will win this season? Well, it is 72 games, so I'm thinking 50. We are going to rest a lot, I think, this year. Now they are finding players for just sitting out, especially nationally televised games. But I think as much as we can rest LeBron and AD, we have to do it, especially with the depth we have. Remember, we can have Montrezl step up and give us a double any night. He can start or off the bench. So we have plenty of depth. We got Schroeder, we got Mark, we got plenty of depth. So we can definitely rest our guys. Now we might take a couple of L's in the process, but we're good enough. We're good enough to still win 50 games. I believe so. I believe in this squad, man. First in the West, 50 games, all good. Yeah, Dan, I've been watching you for 22 years. Oh, man, you're funny, bro. You're funny. He said, "Hey, Denver Garden, appreciate you, bro." He said, "Love your channel, Dan. Let's keep this train going." Thank you so much, Denver. You're the best, man. He said, Tatum apparently grew 2 inches and 30 pounds. That would be lethal, but a lot of times NBA teams lie about the height and stuff like that. But good for them. If he's 6'10" with his face-up game and the ability to take you off the dribble and shoot over you, oh man, that's scary, right? That's scary. He said Hawks look really exciting this year. Most teams do actually. Should be a good year for the league. Now, the Hawks look great, but remember, a lot of teams are going to look good in preseason. They're not going to show off their full repertoire till the regular season starts. A lot of teams, they don't play their actual offensive and defensive schemes. They start running some sort of rendition of it, but you don't see the full, you don't see the full picture till the regular season starts because you don't want to give away your game plan before. That's why, in my opinion, I think it's great that the Lakers aren't playing their starters. Like, Clippers aren't going to know what hit them when we face them in the regular season, right? So this is a great strategy by Frank Vogel and the front office. I love it. The next look really good. Yeah. Sure. I mean, they got 2 star players. How are they not going to look good, I'd be surprised if they look bad. And by the way, talking about looking good, people were trashing LaMelo on Twitter because he had 0 points. But I told you guys a while back ago, I said, I still think Lonzo's the best ball brother Now, hopefully, LaMelo passes him up, but he's going to have to work on his offensive game. I'm not a big fan of his wonky form, but I do like his IQ. I think he's a better passer than his bro. LaMelo, I think he's better than Lonzo at passing. Defense, I still think I take Lonzo on defense over LaMelo as of right now. But remember, Melo's only a rookie. He has a chance to get better and better. I know a lot of people, they buy the hype. They think Melo's going to be better than Lonzo. I hope he is. But as of right now, I still take Lonzo over Melo. Now, if we're talking potential, of course, we take Melo just because he's younger and I think he's a little bit bigger as well. So, but either way, it's going to be fun to see how his career develops. I'm rooting for the Ball family, man. I hope Jello still. Last I checked, he didn't play the first game of the preseason, so I hope this wasn't a gimmick just to sell some tickets or to get some not tickets. Obviously, they're not in the stands, but no fans in the stands, but maybe it's to get their ratings up. I don't know. This is the perfect time to play somebody like that. Jack said, "Do you play the guitar?" I'm a casual, bro. I'm just a musician overall, man. I got my studio built in here, and I do music. I rap, I sing a little bit. I do play some guitar, but no chords or nothing like that. I pluck strings and I play different little guitar melodies and riffs that maybe we can add to beats. That's what I'm gonna start doing. So, but yeah, I wouldn't call myself a guitarist. Just a music lover. I'm a musician, basically. But I do play a little bit of bass, a little bit of guitar, a little bit of keyboard, just enough to get some good riffs in there and record them. But will I be performing live on stage playing guitar? No. Lead singer, sure. I've been a lead singer of a band. I've basically I performed in the mall. A lot of people don't know this story. I don't think I've told you guys, but I performed in the Ontario Mills Mall. They used to have some modeling competition, and I joined it. Yes, your boy joined it and actually won a contract when I was younger. And I guess they liked my swagger because I went up there in the talent show and I sang a song, and it was crazy, man. It was a lot of people, right there in the food court watching. So it was a blast. I've had some experiences, guys, and but right now I'm doing music, rap mixtape coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. Dan, he said, be there at the Mills too, bro. Oh, you be at the Mills? Yeah, man. This is a small world, bro. I've met a couple of you guys when I went to Ontario Mills Mall. Took a couple pictures with you guys. I'm no celebrity, man, but it's always humbling experience when you guys ask for a picture or anything like that. That's nice. But yep. He said Jello could be the next Robert Horry. Oh, Tony. We don't throw out legendary names like that. You gotta let Jello at least get on the court before you can start making that comparison, brother. It's a different levels, man. I know he was good in high school, but he didn't play much in college. The other leagues he went to were kind of mediocre. We definitely can't make that comparison at all. He said, "What's up, Dan? Funny how we beat the Clips with our backups in." Yeah, and you know what's crazy, Nico, is they were actually trying. They played limited minutes, they're starters, but they were trying, and I was very impressed that we were able to maintain the lead even versus their starters. But yes, it's a great sign. We got some dogs this year, man, and we got a lot of depth. We've been flexing it. Let's hope we can flex it again tonight. That will be very good, man. Very, very good for our confidence. He said, "I'm really hoping that Kuz developed will help fill the wing defense we're gonna need this season." What I want from him, I'm gonna tell you this: what I want from Kyle Kuzma is just for him to be decisive and to really step into his jumpers, and his body language need to improve. That's what I really need from him. I don't care if he misses 10 shots a game, just as long as he took those shots with no conviction, just let it fly. Shooters shoot. And don't worry about the last one. Always worry about the next one. You know the rules. Shooters know what's up. He said, there's so many people on Twitter saying that KD is LeBron's father. Oh my God, Jackie. That's actually pretty funny. Now, a lot of people they're clowns. A lot of it is for clowns. 50% clowns. 50% of tweets you really can't take serious. But I have fun. I myself have trolled people on Twitter, man. It's all fun to me. But I really don't take anything haters especially say. But it is funny. I think about the Lakers, Nets, not Clippers anymore. Well, I never thought about the Clippers. They were never in the picture for me, Corey. A lot of people would actually critique me last year because they said I was being delusional because I didn't fear the Clippers. I actually had to block a couple of annoying Laker fans that were rooting for the Clippers because they said they wanted to face the Clippers, and I I was like, wait, I'm starting to think you're a Clippers fan. But I told them, hey, they're gonna lose to the Nuggets. I called it before that series even happened. I said they were talking about we better worry about the Clippers. I'm like, no, we're not gonna worry about the Clippers. They got to worry about other teams in the West like the Nuggets. And sure enough, it became a prophecy because I guess I was one of the only ones that actually thought the Nuggets could beat the Clippers. But I see talent. I never look at star power. Sometimes there's rosters out there that don't have a lot of star power, but they're more versatile and they have a lot of hoopers on there. And Denver has both. They have star power and versatility. At least last year they had that. They had guys like Jeremy Grant. They had or I always forget which one of the Grant brothers, but one of the Grant brothers, the 6'9" one. And then they had Paul Millsap, who's a veteran, Jokic, who's a superstar, Jamal Murray, who's on his way to be a superstar, but he's basically an all-star borderline superstar. They have the young Michael Porter Jr. I mean, I knew that was the only team I actually respected in the West. Everybody was like Clippers, 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 Clippers. If you buy the media propaganda, you're gonna buy the hype. I don't buy the hype. I let my eyes do the talking, not my ears. And I don't go based on what I hear. That's why you guys subscribe to me, man. I try to keep it 100. But I'll say this year, there's no clear-cut second after the Lakers. Like, the Lakers are so far above the rest. They're head and shoulders above everybody else that I don't see nobody actually posing a threat yet. However, that could change as the season progresses. Unforeseen circumstances could change that as well. Anything's possible. So I'm going to keep an open mind. But right now, the Lakers are clearly up here, and the rest of the league is right here. So as long as we keep doing that, Thank you, Maria. She speaks Spanish too, so I'm starting to think that's my mom. Yeah, that's my mom's full name right there. I had Trevor Lane laugh at me and make jokes on one of his live streams when I said the Nuggets would bounce the Clippers in the second round. And that's what I'm saying, Josh. Like, a lot of people, they go for, it's easy to buy the media hype, but trust me, man. I was telling Araj, on Twitter, the ESPN reporter, I was telling him, I had a conversation with him because him, Ramona Shelburne, all these people were saying, be careful, Laker fans. Don't be jealous of the Clippers. They're the new toy in town. They were saying all this stupid stuff when the Clippers acquired Kawhi. And I was like, remember your place, because when we lift in the trophy, you guys are going to be really quiet. And sure enough, Ramona stopped tweeting about the Lakers. I don't know what happened to Araj. I don't follow him anymore, but I just don't like the hypocrisies. Like, these were Laker reporters, and all of a sudden they shifted over to the Clippers because the Clippers looked formidable in their opinion. They're a good team. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you they're not a good team, but they're not a great team. And I always said this: what separates a championship team in a 7-game series is from good to great. Lakers were great last year. We're going to be great this year. Clippers are a good team. All right, good. They're not mediocre, but they're a good team, and that's it. That's the bottom line. And I'm sorry if I hurt feelings. I'm sure there's some Clipper fans in here probably crying right now. Probably pillow pumping right now, crying. Shedding tears. But let me tell you something. I just speak the truth. If your Clippers were formidable, if they were actually a contender, I would say, "Oh, I hate the Clippers." These would be my exact words if they were an actual team in the West. I hate the Clippers, but I got to tell you guys, man, Lakers better watch out. We got to make sure we don't take them for granted. But guess what? Those aren't my words, because I don't believe in the Clippers. Never have, never will. They're still perfect. Jack said it best: all bark, no bite. That's the Clippers. They've always been that. He said Balmer paid Shelburne and Woj for the hype last year. And it's sad that a lot of people follow these comments and they treat it as a religion. Whatever ESPN says, it is. If I count how many times ESPN has been wrong, even some of the better analysts, have been wrong. Even the well-respected ones like Stephen A. I don't even know if they've been 50% right. Like, that's how bad it's been. I don't even know if they've been half the time. Like, I'm not even hating on them. I wish I could be on ESPN. Like, that would be a dream come true. I'm not hating on the network. They're great. They cover sports. They bring the hype. They talk. They make it entertaining sometimes. But what I'm saying is just listen to things objectively and be your own judge. Don't even what I say. Listen to it objectively. I've been wrong too. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect, but I've been right a lot more than ESPN, though. I will say that. Vincent, he said, good morning from the Philippines, Dan the GOAT. Ooh, Vincent, man, I appreciate you, man. You always coming through, brother. Thank you so much. Good morning, by the way. And shout out to you for being ready always to watch the Laker games, man. To watch the Laker games. He said, Brian Windhorst also chose the Clippers. A lot of people, but that's because they buy the hype. And it's like when you go to school, right? A lot of people will be, huddle up in a little group and they'll make the little conversations. I used to be that one kid that sparked the arguments. Like I was the one that would like not agree with everything that was saying. Like, if they said a girl was not hot, and I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. That was me in school. Like, and they would always gang up on me. But guess what? I didn't care. I didn't care if I wasn't, their favorite. Like, like they was hating on me because I was telling the truth. It's like y'all just hating on old girl because y'all can't get at her. And that's how I feel about the Lakers. They hate on the Lakers because they can't get at us, man. They can't get on our level. That's the way it is. Like you got to keep it 100. Don't swim with the current. He said, "Hey, what's up?" He's from Jamaica. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? That's what's up. I'm telling you, man. Laker fans are worldwide and the most loyal fan base in the world. We was filling up the arenas when we was losing. When we was winning 17 games, we were filling up the arenas. What other franchise does that? I can only think of one, the New York Knicks. That's why they're my second favorite team because respect to the fans, they stay loyal. But yeah, there's not a lot of fan bases that fill up the arenas when they losing, right? Hey, young elder, my guy, he said Kuzma has to show up and prove and stop playing for real. Put up or shut up. I agree with that, young elder. This is a make it or break it season for him. Rooting for him, but I'm not gonna go easy on him this year because he's been in the league for 3 years now. Fourth year, I think that's where you really, for the most part, some guys are way later bloomers. I mean, let's not forget Chauncey Billups types, but for the most part, fourth year is a make or break. I give him 3 to 4 years max. Marcelo, he said, I love your content, my guy. I hope to hoop with you one day. I'm about 2 hours north of you. Let's set it up, brother. And thank you for the donation. Let's set it up. I always tell people, I always follow me on Twitter. I drop my location when I'm about to hoop. Nobody shows up. They don't want the work, man. They don't want the work. And one time somebody showed up with a whole squad and got this work. But we beat them even though I was still out of shape at the time. But yeah, anybody can show up, man. It'll be fun to play. Is it yes, sir? Dan the man. They hate us because they ain't us. Absolutely, bro. Serious question. Are the Clippers a big market team? They're in a big market. Are they big baller brand? No. Are they like a big, big bank take little bank type team? No, man. Nah. They're big spenders though, because they got a rich owner. And they get a lot of ignorant fans, fans that claim to be misfits and oh, I got fired from my job and I want to root for some losers, so I'm gonna go root for the Clipper type fans. Yeah, they get some weirdos over there, man. I once seen a actual clown go to a Clipper game. Obviously, they already got the colors right? The red and white and the blue. An actual clown show up to a Clipper game. I seen him in the stands. Goes by the name of Clipper Darrell, and he's there every single game, just clowning, acting a fool, and talking smack. When we were down, he showed up at Staples. He was trolling. Well, guess who's going to show up in his face and troll? Me, because we the ones winning the championships. He said, Dan, I love your shirt. Kobe is the GOAT. Absolutely, bro. Thank you so much. By the way, Dan is getting his Dennis the Menace on the court. Absolutely, bro. I'm a beast at basketball. Sometimes me and my boy Lonnie, we be going at it. We're from LA, so we talk trash when we hoop, but we back it up. LA hoopers, one thing about us, we're not the type of hoopers that talk trash and don't back it up. So me and my boy Lonnie always going at it, and it's fun, man, because sometimes he wins, sometimes I win, but it's really fun. Do I got the Lakers winning again tonight? It's only preseason. It's really hard to predict preseason, but I'll give you one, Jack. I will give you one. The Lakers will win opening night, guaranteed. And if they don't, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I'm going to take it like a champ. But the Lakers, I guarantee we win in opening night for sure. For sure. Thanks, Nigel. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man. I try to be. Just keep it 100, man. Intellectually, with me, I like to read the tea leaves. That's what it is. I'm not always right, but if you use common sense and you look at the little details, you pay attention in basketball, especially, or in any sport, you can definitely get a lot of things right? He said, what's the lineup for tonight? Lineup for tonight is going to be THT, the second year player, Talent Horton Tucker, prospect, prodigy. So He's at the point guard, I think, which is going to be exciting. We get to see him ball handle a little bit more. KCP at the 2. Who we got at the 3? I think Kuz at the 3. I'm gonna have to double check, but I know that Mark is starting over Harrell, which is what I expect for the season. That's what I expect, for the season. So let's see if but I forgot who they put in at the 4 tonight. Let me see. Okay, so here's the starting lineup: THC, KCP, Kuz, Markeith, and Marc Gasol. There you go. So that's the starting lineup for tonight, bro. Just had to confirm it for you right quick. He said, I want to see our Lakers versus the Flippers in the Western Conference Finals. Flippers probably won't make it that far anyway. They never have. Never in the history of their franchise have they made it to the Western Conference Finals, yet their fans talk the most crap. Well, now, I don't know what kind of logic that is, but they need to get reworked up here, man, because that's what I mean about talking smack and not backing it up. That's Clippers and their fans all the time. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I appreciate all the likes, especially all the donations, man. Y'all are definitely helping me out right before Christmas. So thank you guys for that. So shout out to all the comments and everything, man. I will be right here for the post-game recap. And hopefully we're talking some positive things, man. Maybe some more THT. But we'll see what happens. Can't wait to break it down with you guys live as soon as the game ends. Make sure to please drop the like before you head out, man. Just, one little clip can help this channel go a long way. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the post game. Peace out.